Hi, my name is Janice Masters, the Everyday Joy Coach from everydayjoy.com and soul2soulmarketing.com. I'm making this short video because I want to share something important with you. You are someone who's either on my list, visits my blog, we're friends on Facebook, or you're a fan of my Everyday Joy Coaching fan page, or we're connected somehow or another. And I'd like you to know something about why I got into a helping profession in the first place. I spent over 20 years as a spiritual psychotherapist, and now the last dozen years as a spiritual life and business coach. And so the reason that I got into this business is it's important for you to know, and I'll tell you why. One of the things that I love to do is to help women to uncover what their particular niche is. Who are the people that need your help the most? And that's based on what it is that you carry inside of you, the vibration that you bring to your work as a coach or a healer or an author or another kind of heart-based entrepreneur. So I'll tell you the story of why I got into this business. This happened many, many years ago. I was 4 years old, and my mom and dad and I lived with my mom's parents, my grandma and grandpa. We lived in the same house so that my parents could save money to buy a house of their own. And so I had a very close relationship with my grandparents. They were wonderful, wonderful people, very loving and kind and fun and full of laughter and joy. So I was 4 years old, and my grandma took me everywhere with her all the time, except this one day. This one day she flat out refused to take me with her. And no matter how much I cried or begged or pleaded, and my mom even asked her to take me with her, she absolutely refused. So she went off to run her errands that day, and while she was out she suffered a cerebral hemorrhage, and she ended up in the hospital and died later that day. So she spared me the trauma of being with her when that happened, but I was left with my child's interpretation of what happened and why. So, in those days, just many years ago, they didn't allow me to go to the funeral. I don't even know what they told me about where she went. And of course there was no counseling. I didn't get any counseling or any help to deal with the loss of this very important person to me. What I do know from a regression, an age regression that I did many years later, was that I have the picture, the image of me, my little 4-year-old self, standing by the kitchen window where I could look down the street and see the bus stop where she always got off the bus, and I was waiting for her to come back. So you know what happens with these kinds of events. They get buried, and so I went on. I was a normal kid, I was a good student, I had friends, I had fun, but eventually, it all gets played out. The unresolved grief, the assumptions about abandonment, the assumptions about she was mad at me and that's why she left, and all of that stuff. If you're in a heart-based profession, you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't until I was in my 30s and had been in therapy for a while that I could actually talk about her without my eyes welling up with tears and feeling grief in my heart. But I did manage to heal that, and it made a huge difference in the rest of my life and my relationships. I didn't realize until much later that that's why I got into the profession I got into, because I originally was going to be a language teacher, and those of you who know something about me know I'm a real language geek. I love languages. But that wasn't my destiny. My destiny was to help people end needless suffering. So it wasn't just my suffering. I saw my mother suffering too with the loss of her dear mother, because they had a very close relationship also. So my compelling why I'm in this profession, to help others to heal, comes from that story about the loss of my grandmother at a very early age. I'm telling you this because I know how important it is to get in touch with that why within yourself that will lead you to exactly the people who need your help the most. It's a vibrational thing. It's totally an energy thing. Your niche, your market, your tribe, whatever you want to call it, is not something that you can figure out by left braining it. It is totally based in your heart and soul. So I wanted to share this with you because I really believe in being as transparent as possible in order to help you to uncover what's important for you to grow your business. I've gone from helping people one at a time to heal to helping spiritual entrepreneurs grow their businesses so that they can help people one at a time or a group at a time to heal. And it thrills me to think of how many people I might affect indirectly by helping you to grow your business. So please think about your why, and I hope you'll join me. I'm having an info call on Soul to Soul marketing for a thriving spiritual business on May 18th. And you can register by going to soultosoulmarketing.com and clicking on Preview Teleclass. I hope to see you there because we'll be doing a lot of talking, and I'll be doing a lot of sharing about uncovering your niche and the importance of that. And I'll be doing 2 live spiritual business makeovers on that call. You can apply to be one of them. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope that this has been valuable and helpful and meaningful, and I hope to meet you soon. Thank you so much.